percent.
And with higher prices for new cars, used ones will also spike because there will be more demand. Tariffs on Mexico and Canada will cause an increase as some of the biggest car brands, including Ford, GM, and Stellantis, have plants in these two neighboring countries. And even cars assembled here in the U.S. may see an increase. According to Maoli, more than half of parts, like batteries and motor components, are sourced elsewhere and could get slapped with a tariff, especially with the president also proposing a 10% tariff on China.
I think the manufacturer has no choice but to pass that along to the consumer because they need to drive profits.
How quickly does that get passed on to the consumer?
Anything that has not been shipped yet or is at the dock that's getting shipped into these ports that's ultimately going into a vehicle to be manufactured, it's immediate.
But that's not all. Repair parts and costs could go up too.
How is this going to impact parts that are coming from a place like China?
These brake pads come from China, some of them come from Mexico. These brake pads could go up as much as 20%, which ultimately impact the cost to the consumer when they do that.
So even if I'm someone that says, I'm not going to go buy a new car, I'm going to stay with my current car, I'm going to have to pay 25% more.
Sure, because if you're not buying, you're fixing. You got to keep the car on the road. You can't stop transportation. You have to get your family to work and to school.
Now, tariffs could incentivize manufacturers to bring jobs to the U.S., but that's not something car companies can do overnight, taking as much as 18 to 24 months. Most in the auto industry, though, are hoping these threats are just a negotiating tactic. Nora?
We will see. Kelly O'Grady, thank you so much. Nominations for the Academy Awards are in. Which movies made the